Come on in, join the chat. Give me just a second. Welcome into the room. Double tap that screen as you come in. Good to see you this morning. What's up, Gunner Man? Good to see you, my brother. How's things going over there in the Philippines? I haven't checked it this morning. I'll check it after I get off live, Gunner. I'm just getting up, moving around, brother. Yeah, I know it's stormy season. All them fronts are starting to move through. The live just getting started, so maybe some people join us today. If they don't, fuck them. Welcome into the chat. We talking big boy toy. We talking ultimate home defense, 12 gauge shotgun, 357 Magnum. What's up, White Rambo? Howdy. Appreciate you stopping in, my brother. Y'all double tap them screens like them thumbs up button. Light them up, light them up. What do you need to know about Schedule 40 steel pipe? Got it, man. White Rambo, that's good if you want to take your walls down, bro. God, dog. Rambo said they call him Rambo for a reason. He coming out with the cannon. Yeah, it is thicker wall pipe. It works good for certain things. What's up, Bruno? Thanks for saying hi. Appreciate it there. Double tap that screen, Bruno. Make sure you like the live. That would help us out a bunch. If you haven't checked out the content, go check out the content and sub to the channel. No, body armor doesn't stand a chance. Neither does a damn tree. Oh, bruh. Candy, that shit's horrible, bruh. I'm getting better, though. I'm using no indie trick. I'm using hot peppers, turmeric. I'm burning that shit out of me. Yeah, if you want to sub, bro, go ahead. Check out the content. Make sure you like the channel first. It's a Pro 2A channel, man. It's all gun content. That's all I do. Every now and then I might throw some food up. But once again, it's up to you, brother. Hey, 14 people in the chat. Double tap them screens. Hey, I appreciate that, Bruno. If you'll leave a comment on one of my shorts in the content, I'll sub back to you. And if you have a channel, drop it in the comment section. Run, right. There's a bunch of crazy ass people here, Bruno. Nah, man, we all good. But no, I'm getting better. It's once again, all mine's in my sinus area. If I could just get that cleared out, I'd be 100% better. Wife come in here this morning calling herself funny, talking about that she need to go get me a PCR test. I told her, hell nah. I sent her to the store to get me some more stuff to make some salsa. When I'm sick, that's all I want. I want spicy shit, salsa, D8 juice. Okay, go ahead. 17 people in the chat. Double tap them screens. Let's get a conversation going on. What do you use for home defense? A slingshot, a rock, a handgun, a shotgun, a butter knife. Just make sure you be careful, Gutter Man. I mean, the pictures you sent me cool as hell, though, man. And like I said, to be doing that with the basic of the tools. Yeah, the brass tank. I bought it in a truck stop, Jonathan. It. I got the um, helicopter. There's also an airplane. It's a whole set of them. I should have got the whole set. Yeah, actually, at one point it was real brass. And I guess whoever manufactures them, put them together. They tried to get on to me in New York, tried to tell me that was the same as live ammo. I'm like, there's not a primer one in any of that shit. It's all glued together as art. So there's no way you could say that's live ammo. And it's got a sticker on the bottom where I bought it from Love's Truck Stop. So there's no way they could have got me for that. Yeah, Candy, he sent me some things on Instagram, bro. He's doing the damn thing over there in the Philippines. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go back and get the rest of them. All right, Bruno, good you're back, bro. Hey, y'all, double tap that screen, like that live. Help YouTube see that we do want positive pro 2A content out there. Consider subbing to the channel. Go check out the content. If you like the content, sub to the channel. Drop comments though, man. Today is all about dropping comments. Just spam the hell out the comments today. Show the folks that they want to see 2A content. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for everybody who helped us get over 1,000 subs. We're moving on down the road to 2,000 subs, eventually towards monetization. We'll see when we get there. What's up, Dust Cover, my brother? 2A is the only way, like Stifler says. And y'all excuse my voice today. I'm a little under the weather, but I'm getting better. I'm on the down or the upside, downside, whatever you want to say. I'm above dirt. That's all that matters. I woke up above dirt and keeping it moving. Any day you wake up is a good day. And to all the brothers out there, Gunner Man not bullshit, bro. He done sent me some Insta pictures, man. He over there in the Philippines doing that shit by hand. He making them pew pews, allegedly, air quote, allegedly. He say he the real deal, Holyfield. He gives new meaning to the word hand me the stick or hand me the pipe. Boy, I got that thing so smooth. Old Diamondback need to hire me and let me do their fixing on their little shitty ass slides, because I got this one running nice. Excuse my grandkids, they in the other room, but they kind of loud today. They woke up and chose violence today. Alright, just cover my brother. Sorry, the chat, what you call, hung up. You sent me the. I don't know about that. I know you sent me the one you're doing. Right there is where the magazine hangs up. Right there. Right there. That's safety. Oh. Did I just find a secret? I did. So what you guys got going on today? Ah. Yeah, back then we could do stuff like that, Candy. You know, before everybody started doing stupid shit like Oklahoma City and stuff like that, we could play with stuff like that and really wasn't no repercussions. Nowadays, somebody even think you doing something like that and them three little boys are coming to your house. I have worst ass whooping I got, Candy Cane. My dad owned a junkyard, and there was old Mercedes sitting in the junkyard, and it sat there for years. Well, I went to playing with that Jolly Roger cookbook thing, allegedly, and took muriatic acid and tinfoil, about 4 gallons of it, put it in that car, and blew every window out of it. Next day, my dad whooped my ass. He had just sold all the windows for like $800, and I blew every one of them some bitches out. But that car sat there for years and never got touched. And I was like, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. Learned me real quick. Don't touch nothing that didn't belong to me. I'll look at them when I get off. And I made quite a few little tater guns over the years. I love playing with them. Ugh. Oh yeah. I didn't even get that little, this is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you talk. I didn't even get that. He didn't give me time. I think every step I made, he was swinging the belt again. And then the second worst one that he gave me, I kept skipping school, going off with the homeboys, hanging out at the lake. And he had a shop about a mile down the road, a Mercedes shop about a mile down the road from the school. Every day I'd walk home. Well, I'd get dropped off right around the corner, and I'd walk up to the shop like I just got out of school. He asked me how my day was, yada, yada, yada. I told him good. He knocked fire from my ass. And said that he had went up to the school to get me, and I wasn't there. He said he wasn't mad that I skipped school. He told me I was either going to work or I was going to go to school. If I wasn't in school, I was to have my ass at that shop working. I was either going to get an education or I was going to learn a trade. And that's how my dad ran things. Yeah, back when you could actually, hit your kids and they didn't have soft hands and didn't, you know, get in all these safe places and all that shit. Yeah, you're right, Candy. Back when we were made into men or women, because the girls got it just as bad as the guys did. Yeah, I seen a thing on that, Gunner Man. Actually, they use all kind of stuff over there. It's don't take what I'm saying the wrong way. When I say it's funny, I mean it's interesting. That's what I mean when I say that. How other countries, how ingenuitive they are to get what we get that we can just go to the store and pick up. It's interesting how y'all build this and all the adversity you face, and most Americans just take a lot of this for granted. A lot of the stuff that we have that we actually do take for granted. This Second Amendment right that people fuss and bitch about so much that protects us to our core, how many people just don't pay it even a second thought? What's up, Tactical Llama, my brother? Welcome into the chat. Hey, 47 people in the chat. Let me take a pause for a minute. Have y'all drank plenty of water today? Have you got you something to eat? Make sure you eat. Make sure you drink plenty of water and don't overheat yourself. Also, if you will, double tap that screen, hit that thumbs up button, check out the content, sub to the channel. Also, go to the brothers down here, Tactical Llama and all the brothers. Check out their content, because if I don't have something on screen you want to see, I promise you one of them do. Now back to the regularly scheduled program. Oh yeah, hey, remember them days when they tell you to go pick a stick and then you thought you were being slick, so you'd pick the little one, the little switch. They'd tear your ass up with that one till it broke, and then they'd come back, pick the one they wanted, then they'd tear your ass up with that. My grandma didn't care. She'd hit you with whatever was closest. If it was a black iron skillet, an extension cord, or whatever, she'd get you with it. And she wouldn't chase you. She'd wait for you to come home, because she said sooner or later you're going to get tired and you're going to get hungry. And she was patient. That woman was 92 years old and still knew how to throw hands. But my grandma wouldn't chase you. She might throw a brick at your ass, but she wouldn't chase you. But them were the good old days. Yeah, don't tell me what to do, haha. Yeah, Gunner. Them things only exist because the people allow it. If everybody were to stand together, which they're not going to, because it's hard to get 5 people in one spot that agree on the same thing. But if everybody would stand together, a lot of these gun control laws, and not only gun control, a lot of these other things that they control us with would stop. because that goes back to elitism. Gunner, what you're talking about, you have that certain group of people that have, because of money, have certain rights, and they don't want to share that with the common people, with the poor people. They don't. Here in America, we call it, they don't want nobody else to come up. Jealousy, envy, all that kind of stuff. Double tap them screens, guys. Drop some comments in the comment section. We just having a rando live this morning. Nothing fancy. 47 people in the room. Double tap them screens. Like them thumbs up buttons up. Let's see if we can get to 30. Whoever took the thumbs up back, kiss my ass. What y'all getting into today, guys? It's Saturday. Candy get I tell Lama what to do. What's up, Robert? No, that's the 357. That's the Taurus 357 Protector Poly. That's the 38 357 Magnum combo. No, at least with a damn judge, you could buy a holster. That damn thing there, it's a little bit wider up top than the judge. Why, I don't know, but it is. So it won't even fit in the judge holster, and it's hard to get a holster for that. So I carry it in the sticky holster. I found a couple of companies that say they make it for the 605 poly, but every time I pull up the picture to go to buy it, it's not the 605 poly sitting in the holster. That's why I don't like to order shit offline. I'm gonna go brush your teeth and make sure you floss. It puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again. I don't know how the hell I got on that last night. I went to bed watching Forensic Files and woke up and it had uh Silence of the Lambs on. Yeah, you could do both, but Buffalo Bill, yep. See, that's me. If I'm gonna buy a 38 special, I'm gonna buy a 357. That way, I can shoot both. And that one actually handles the 38 plus P's quite nicely. That one, damn, handles my plus P's better than my J frame Smith & Wesson does. These damn biological weapons spreading, ninja flu carrying, germ magnet kids of mine. I woke up at 4 a.m. 0400. Yeah, me too, bro. I woke up way early. I've been up since J Dog's last live, and that was at what 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I think that's what time he went off. Maybe it was a little bit later than that. Maybe it was 3 a.m. No, Candy far from that. Candy, the opposite end of the spectrum. 'll get the feeling better, and then I'll get the feeling worse. But I know this shit got to be breaking. You see, that's the problem, Gunner Man, and America's ridden with that. We are the 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 news media's period. And I don't care which the mainstream news is 98% of our problems. What we were talking about earlier, the good old days. We still had all this shit going on back then. It just wasn't as highly publicized. We didn't have everybody on the internet crying and bitching about this, that, the other, and posting videos, and the news media going crazy with fake ass stories, agendas. 36 people in the room. Hey, I appreciate all you guys joining, man. If y'all do me a favor, double tap that screen, drop some comments. Go check out the content, sub to the channel, guys. This is Daniel with Papa's Pew Pews. We have a good time, bro. We talk about all kind of shit in here. And Candy, I wish you would have been on J Dog's live, bro. We had a guy come on last night. Uh, Kind of, sort of similar to what you have been going through. Yeah, Chris, if you do have the same one, go to my shorts. I just put up a video on that. Candy, I'll return to that in just a second. I just put up a video on this Taurus poly. I've had this one a couple years, a couple known problems that I've seen on YouTube that I can help you solve if you run into. On the opposite side of the trigger is two screws. You need to take them out, Loctite them, and your cylinder screw at the end, go ahead and Loctite it. If not, you'll lose it and end up having to do what I did and put another screw in it. But go check out that video on that protector poly, Chris, if you will. But anyway, Kenny, a guy come on last night going through some issues, and you'd have been the perfect person to talk him down. Yeah. All of it. All of the above. No, I wake up. My problem is I wake up about that time. About the time everybody else is going down, Candy is the time I'm waking up because I can't sleep the whole night. If I'll go down about 6:37 at night, and then I'm up by about 2 in the morning, 2, 3 o'clock. I'm up, and then I'm up all freaking day long until the next night. Yeah, Chris, it's a common problem with them. Um, So I went ahead and did a YouTube video on it to show people because I had people complaining, oh, my hammer won't go back, or my cylinder's out of tune, and but that were the only issues that I had with it, bro. He was just a random guy that came in. He was just a random guy, but you could tell that he was going through it, and he made the comment he was glad we were on because he was on the live with us for about 30 minutes before he actually spoke up. And he flat out told us, man, y'all just don't know where my mindset was, and y'all just being here talking has calmed me down. So I got what he was saying. I knew where he was in pretty bad shape. Bruno, you got you something to eat? That's good, brother. And these channels are good for that, man. We talk a lot of stuff, and this is a pro gun channel. I mean, most of our stuff is about the Second Amendment. However, if somebody's going through something and you need somebody to listen, bro, there's plenty of brothers on here that'll listen to you. They'll talk to you. There's a lot of knowledgeable people who, whatever you're going through, I promise you, somebody's been through. uh, YCD guns, to be honest with you, I do now. But that Citadel, when I first got it, was a pain in the ass. I don't like semi-automatic shotguns, for one. Two, it only eats a certain kind of ammo. If you're not shooting at least 1,600 foot-pound or feet per second, if you're not shooting at least 1,600 feet per second, it's not gonna cycle right. And then you got to file down the edges of the magazine to get it to feed correctly. So it was a pain in the ass. Now once I fixed it, it runs perfect now. Now, as far as the recoil standpoint and the shootability, oh man, it's nice. And I like the high sights on it. I mean, so that part of it is nice. But it was just a budget shotgun that I picked up with a really good deal. And after a little bit of work, which all firearms have a break in. So once I got through the little initial problems, yeah, I love it now. Now, YCD, the one I'm looking at is that Rock Island Bullpup 12 gauge they've got. I like it. But a lot of your Turkish firearms right now are putting out some good products. I've got now mine's only by name. No, I've never almost shot myself. Now, my dog almost shot me one time, shot my ceiling fan. Um, I'll go back to the Turkish guns in a minute. Let me answer Bruno. Uh, I had a belt buckle Derringer, and my dog jumped up on me and knocked it out of the belt buckle, and it went off. But the Turkish guns are nice. I have the Gerson 1911, but I bought that for the specific reason of tearing it completely apart, replacing everything on the inside with Wilson Combat, and I've done that. And it runs smooth as can be. See, Candy, I love the older. I love the older firearms. Bruno, you could see it on my content, but my favorite is because of the story behind it. Is my Henry 22 lever action. The reason I like that so much, it was my father-in-law's. I put a lot of money into restoring it, and that is my favorite firearm. Now, as far as carrying, I carry the Smith& Wesson Shield Plus 9 millimeter because it just fits my hand. And that 357 there, that 357 was in. I've been through 3 self-defense situations, and that 357 there was in my last one. And so it has a special place in my heart. Even though it's only 5 shot, even though it's a budget firearm, it saved my life and a 4-year-old child's life. So it'll always be with me. But I don't get attached to a whole lot of firearms. And a little bit of background about me, guys. Um, yeah, dust cover actually, yeah. And they gave that back that day. That day I had that back because everything was on camera. They took the 2 shell casings, did what they had to do. I was behind the tape, what, 5.5 hours. But everything was closed out same day. But once again, it happened at my store. Everything was on camera. He had hit 2 others in the parking lot. And the only reason I got involved is a kid ran out my store during what was going on. And it showed me running out, falling on top of the child. And it shows me getting hit in the wrist. Well, hell, I got one that I'm still arguing with the police over, and it got stolen in what we were moving. I've got one that's been in police lockup over 10 years, and now they've lost the damn thing. It's a Bursa 380 Thunder. And they can't find it now. They had to keep it while they were going through the trial, I guess, to prosecute the boy. Um, and then they lost it. And now they want to give me a voucher for what I paid for it 10 years ago, and I can't get it for what I paid for it then. Uh, 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 uh. Dust cover, man. I wish YouTube would let me load that video. I still have the video. I don't know how I done it, cause I'm right-handed. The firearm was on my right. Well, it was on my right side. It was appendix carried, but I'm laying on top of the child. My right hand is up in the air. I'm yelling, "Don't, you know, I don't want to. I don't want YouTube to kick me." You know what I'm saying? I'm yelling, "Don't." And somehow or another, I reached under myself with my left hand, and I got off 2 rounds. Don't know how the hell I done it, but everything was moving so damn fast, and my left hand was the one that was hit, or my wrist was the one that was hit. And then the one that I have the aftermath video, I have the aftermath video on my content of the shooting before that. 88-year-old lady. Um, they tried to do a run in on her house, and her son, myself, and like 3 or 4 other neighbors got in a shootout in the basically in the middle of the road, but nobody was hit in that one. What's up, Pat? Safely strapped. Howdy, howdy. Yeah, the child was fine. I think that was part of why. I think, and once again, guys, if you've seen me on live when I actually do my face, and you've seen my grandchildren, don't think I'm trying to be racial with this comment. Where I was and who I saved and how it all went about, I think is part of the reason why they would have never tried to prosecute me that day. Man, there was probably 100 people there, all talking about that I had saved this child. If they'd have tried to put me in handcuffs, there'd have been a damn riot. And we had just dealt with the riots because we're the home of the Ahmaud case. If you remember the Ahmaud case, the young man that was jogging. So we had just went through all that. So they didn't want no smoke that day. But that's a good thing for having cameras. I'm a big advocate, even at your home, man, have some cameras because them cameras can save you in more ways than you think. Not only for security, but people can say anything about you. And nowadays in times, all it takes is an accusation, and you're going in handcuffs. So always, even if it's a little cheap dash camera, man, carry you a camera everywhere you go because it can save you. Being in them stores, just non-conflict situations, it saved me a bunch of times. Where you throw somebody out the store and they call 911 and try to tell them tell them that you put your hands on them, and then you go back and play the video and show that you never left from behind the counter. It a camera has saved me multiple times. And then I carry some weird firearms. I've got a gold-plated 38 special with a pearl handle, and there was a situation one time. That's all I had on me was that gold-plated 38. There was an altercation outside my mom's house. I left. The guy went and called the police and told the police that I pulled a firearm on him. Well, I'm driving down the road. My mom called me and hands the phone to the officer. The officer's like, "We heard you pulled a firearm on this person, yada yada." Well, just so happens there was a cop at the store where I was at. So I got him involved. And I'm like, "Hey, ask the man what color the firearm was that I pulled on him." And the guy was like, "Oh, he pulled a black Glock on me." And I just lifted up my shirt. I said, "Man, you could search me. This is all I got." Well, that officer talked to the other officer. Needless to say, I never even had to go back. They knew the guy was lying because all I had was a damn gold-plated 38 special. And that saved me carrying an odd firearm. So that's part of why I just carry weird shit. What's up, the gun gamer life? Hello. Kennedy, my brother. Yeah, no kidding. That's part of why I don't carry my Glocks, man. There's so many of them out there. And all they got to do is say, he pulled a black gun on me, and you're going to jail. But, but also, knowing your laws save you. That's like here in Georgia, castle doctrine and your vehicle being an extension of your home. Them are key words. Your vehicle. If you're in your vehicle, don't get out because then you become the aggressor. If somebody runs out of your house, don't chase them out of the house because it's called castle doctrine for a reason. It's inside them walls. Once you go outside them walls, then they say you're the aggressor. That's why I tell people all the time. I've said in a courtroom, I know what they try to do. When I tell y'all I don't do no altercations to my everyday carries. No special triggers, no special magazines, no special red dots, because they actually try to use that stuff against you. Even that fingernail polish on the barrel of that Taurus there, the right DA would try to say that I tried to change the looks of it to make it look more aggressive, so I was out looking for a fight. You gotta watch that kind of stuff. Put you in a chokehold while I was minding my own business, watching. Okay, we told the cop. Yep, it'd be like that. I had one try to rob me and then told the police that I pulled a gun on him. And it was his firearm that we took away from him. Working in, I owned taxi cabs for 20 something years. So I seen a lot of shit, on that side. And then I had convenience stores with the little ding ding gambling machines in there. So we had all types that would come in. But I've seen some shit over the years. That's why still to this day I don't go to like Walmarts where there's a big bunch of people, because after the Labor Day shooting, um, because I remember going back how it all started. We had a vacant lot beside the store, and everybody would congregate at that vacant lot, but it would always spill over to our parking lot, and it would always start with one or two people. And before you know it, there'd be 15, 30 people out there. They're all drunk. It's hot as hell. They're arguing, and before you know it, gunshots would go off. We didn't know it at the time of my shooting, but that store had had 5 other shootings in 5 years in the parking lot. We didn't know that. We had just bought the store. Um, but ever since then, watching and thinking back how the crowd started with just one or two people, and before you knew it, there was 100 damn people in the parking lot. So little things like that's why I don't go in big groups anymore. I don't go to big social gatherings. But everything I'd done that day was 100% right. Everything. But I still to this day catch myself questioning, could I have done something different? And I think if you're human, you're gonna do that. Even if you are right, you're gonna question, because at the end of the day, I did have to take something away that I never should have had to have done. You don't strap these on with the intention of, hey, I'm gonna go out and do this today. I've been in a whole lot of almost, Andre. See, I like the Hellcat, but that Shield Plus to me just fits my hand better. And once again, I want everybody to carry what's comfortable. You'll never hear me knock somebody's firearm. I just don't believe in that. I tell everybody carry what's comfortable, because if it's comfortable, you're going to train with it. You're going to be proficient with it. Because I don't care what it is and how much you spend on it. If you don't train with it, it's useless when you need it. But I like my Smith and Wesson Shield. I'm fixing to paint my I'm fixing to paint my. I was gonna go have it Cerakoted, but I don't want to wait that long. They've still got my 1022 and my Mossberg 500, so I think I'm just gonna rattle can mold Maverick 88 Pat. I've been watching videos on it today, and that Duracoat paint that they're advertising now, yeah, you got to bake it and everything else, but there's so much on that Duracoat right now, and it's cheap. I'm hoping the serial number is 420. The Hogue grip, yeah. I was wishing they'd get the Hogue grip for this protector poly, and there was some talk that there was one, but I've not found it yet. Hey, Y City Guns, go leave a comment on one of my shorts. I don't care which one you pick, so I can find you and sub to your channel when I get off live. It's easier to do it that way. And if you'll drop your channel, bro, people will sub to you here because all these guys like Don J, he needs subs. All of us support each other, man. It's a big group of folks, and just about any kind of gun you can think of, one of these guys have them. They in our group that we all run at each other's lives. You'll see people pop in, pop out, but we've got people that make aftermarket slides for Glocks. We've got people with 50 cows. Um, if you can think of it, somebody in this chat's got it. Arms Room's got most of the antique side of it covered. Um, FV Ordnance does a lot of shooting. So just about anything you could think of. We got a young man in here in the Philippines that's making them, literally by hand making them. And I could vouch for that because he sent me Insta videos of stuff that he's doing, and I'm like, damn. And he's doing it by hand. But over there, they don't have the rights we have, so they got to get it how they get it. Yeah, and we got, like Pat says, our blue collar knowledge outside of firearms. Um, and Candy, all of our people, they, it don't matter what it is. If you're going through and just need somebody to listen to, these channels are here, and there's pretty much somebody on live 24/7, and all these guys will sit there and talk to you. Yeah, you got some out here that know a lot. They try to play it down, but they know a lot. You got people on here with tons of military experience. Me myself, I've never been in the military. Um, Unfortunately, I passed ASVAB with no problem. Had a car accident before I could go, and when the doctors checked me out, they said that I no longer qualified physically for military. Candy, we know better, bro. But yeah, we do see that come through. You're right. All we ask, man, y'all just be honest, man. You ain't got to lie to kick it. We got all walks of life on these pages. Ain't nobody. If you look at my heading on my page, it says I'm a nobody from a small town in South Georgia. I don't claim to be nothing special, and that I know of, nobody on these channels do. They're all just a good group of guys, man. I'm glad I met all of them. And we cut up. We give each other hell. That's another thing, man. We it's like a construction site. We talk so much shit. I'm still waiting on Red Baron to jump on so I can give him hell. How the hell you gonna put up a short shooting a bolt action rifle and then you gotta beat the bolt action open to get it to fire again? Stevie K. Hold on. I can, damn. I'm catching up, guys. I'm reading each one at the same. My live jammed up. Yeah, he does. J Dog's a trip. I'm glad he's got his little super chats going now. Dust Cover's great, man. Everybody is Candy. That's the whole thing. This whole damn group. I'm sure all of us have our ways. Um, but in a whole in a whole the whole group, everybody in here just makes it. You know what I'm saying? They make this whole group just go. You have Theo, Brookside. FV's just FV. He's just non-filtered. He just don't have a filter. Stifler's great, man. To do what he does, to own that business and work as much as he does, but still takes time to get on the lives and just talks to almost every damn body who comments. He comments. Yeah, FV's one of our. Why do you see FV's one of our guys, man. He's always in our stuff. Sam Moore. Um, he's the one with Buck Buck. If y'all see any of the content, Sam Moore comes to my page almost every time I'm live and drops a comment. Jerome, M4. Shit, I can't name them all. Gunner Man, like I said, I can vouch for what he's saying because he's sent the receipts. I've seen the pictures of what he's doing. Um, yeah, Sam Moore is like really cool. I talked to him outside of YouTube. So J Dog's a good guy, man. Like I said, I'm glad he finally got monetized because YouTube's really, really, really drilling down on him, and now he could get super chats. That started yesterday, so that's cool. Yeah, Reaper. Um, I knew, like I said, stay dangerous. Um, let's see. Shit, there's so many people. I can't. Don J. I know I'm leaving a shit ton of them out. The Citadel, now that it's been through its break-in, and now that I have the right ammo figured out, is very reliable. Um, but it does have to have a break-in, and you do have to play with it some before I would say carry it. It's typical semi-auto. It's picky on what ammo it uses, um, and once you figure all that out, you're good. We do need to set up that Discord. Don, I got to get off my ass to set that up or set up a Discord. Um, the Citadel, the known problems you're going to have with that, you need to file the sharp edges on the inside of your magazine because if you're running 2 3/4 shells, it likes to block the feed. Now, if you're running all 3 inch and everything over 1,600 feet per second, you're good to go. But that's really limiting what you can shoot. If you're trying to shoot bird shot and stuff like that, 1,300 feet per second, you're going to have to operate it as basically a bolt action. It's not going to feed correctly. Yeah, good man. I mean, I welcome everybody, man. I do a lot with people from other cultures because you got to figure my father-in-law was Filipino. My grandchildren's father is from India. Um, I've got several people from Colombia, Mexico, different places, just from all over the world in my family. So I don't speak a lot of the languages, but I do communicate a lot, and I'm big on different cultures. So I enjoy talking to people from all over the world. And you guys are my release. I mean, and most of the bros know, anybody who's just joining the channel, you guys are my outlet to the world because I'm raising 3 grandchildren that were placed with me since last year in October. Um, so, adult conversation wise, this is how I get my adult conversation. I go on YouTube. I don't do this to get famous or anything like that. I do this to have you guys I can come talk to and share the same likes and stuff. But yeah, Gunner Man's official. I mean, like I said, I hate that he has to do what he's doing because of the rules over there. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. And Gunner Man, that's impressive though. I can't talk enough about that. I mean, basic hand tools, and you're turning out what we just like. Once again, we take kind of for granted in a way. We could just go to the store and buy it, and you're building it from basically a block of metal. Okay, okay. Got another Filipino. I won't try to pronounce your name because I don't want to mess it up and disrespect. Nah, don't surrender them. Destroy them. But see, America's got to realize, we're close to some of that same stuff. Only a few elections away, only a few wrong politicians away, only a few compromises away, and all that'll be gone. Hey, oh, pew pew, what's up, Gabby? What's up with it today? Double tap them screens, guys. Make sure the thumbs up button is lit up. This has been a great live. I've enjoyed talking to all y'all. We're still gonna go on for a little bit. Um, but you guys make my day every day, man. Yeah, actually, YCD, there's some other stuff going on with that. You know, the NRA and several other large uh, pro gun groups have filed several lawsuits. The actual cash part is going away in January. You'll no longer have to pay the $200, but the paperwork still will remain. You will still have to register your suppressors. However, the NRA is trying to use the argument that kept that in place was it was a revenue source. Well, now because of the Big Beautiful Act, it's no longer a revenue source. So now they're trying to. What's up, Jaya? So now they're trying to attack it, saying, "Hey, you lost your revenue source, so now you need to do away with the paperwork also." Yeah, Gunner man, I like to see that stuff, man. Like I said, I'm big into all that, man. I just don't want you to do nothing that's gonna get you in trouble. So careful what you say and how you say it and all that kind of stuff, Gunner, because you never know who's watching, bro. Your gun exploded. How the hell did your gun explode, Jaya? You put the wrong ammo in it? Yeah, I've got some friends in Nigeria. You don't know. Damn it. Got to be more careful. Things cost too much to explode them. Bad reloads. See, that's why I won't get in. See, Don J, that's why I won't get into reloads, man. I'm afraid I'm gonna do something wrong and tear something up. Walther P22, stop cycling. Tell him first thing before he does anything, check that magazine. They're notorious for the little tabs on the inside of that magazines, and it'll stop it from cycling. I got a Walther P22. That's how I know. Also, make sure his feet ramp is polished, because that's another problem. Right there at the throat, it'll get like just a small ridge, and you can't hardly see it with your eye, but that ridge will stop it from cycling. Hey, thank you, 8:30 a.m., sweetheart. I've never had one explode on me. The worst I had was with that 357 there, and that was the rounds. I thought it was the gun, but it wasn't. It was the rounds. It was the copper coated, jacketed hollow points, and it threw a little bit of shavings back and hit me in the side of the face. Um, I thought it was gunpowder, because that happens to me all the time. And when I got in the truck, my face was bleeding. I'm like, what the hell? So I come home and I dug two little pieces of copper coating out of my face. Damn. Yeah, I see. I've never had one go out of timing. That's what I thought with mine. So I brought it home and was looking at it. And when I got on YouTube to see if I could find any videos, I started finding video after video after video on that ammo that I had, and everybody had the same complaint. And like I said, I've shot 500 rounds out of it since. Even took cardboard and put it in front of the cardboard to see if it would recreate. As long as I don't use that same ammo, I don't have a problem. But yeah, a one being out of time will do it, and then your throat being or your cylinder being cracked will do it. But as long as I don't use that damn black box Winchester with the copper coating over the lid, that's the only box of ammo that seems to do this. And maybe I got one of the bad lots, because I have the same ammo in 9mm and I don't have that problem. It shoots with nails. Hey, a damn rusty nail will do a lot of damage. Caltech spit hot carbon on me. Yeah, yeah. Um, which I have unburned, powder every now and then hit me anyway. I'm used to that. Puffed up and smoked. Well, that's like that damn. My 45, when I was breaking it in, the Aguila cheap ammo would run flawless. I got it in 22. I bought 2 boxes of 50. I went to shoot. I had a whole box of 50. None of them would detonate. So I thought I was having light, primer strikes. And I brought out the stingers and put the stingers in. Fired every one. It was just I got 2 boxes of bad ammo. 34 people in the chat. Double tap them screens. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, check out the brothers down here commenting. You gotta see their stuff also. Check out their content. Just barely enough to leave the barrel. You know, I had a a Remington 1100 do me that way. They said we were deer hunting and I was walking the dogs out the field and the deer jumped up. There was 4 or 5 deer. They said the deer were circling me like Indians to a wagon. I fired off every shot, never cut a hair. Well, everybody giving me hell that I just couldn't shoot. I think I was 14, 15 years old. Well, this goes on for a couple of hours, and we finally set up some 5-gallon buckets. And a guy got within 5 foot with that firearm and squeezed the trigger, and not one buckshot hit that bucket. Well, when they looked at it, basically what was happening, it would fire, and because of some kind of flaw in the barrel, the buckshot would roll out the end of the barrel like Elmer Fudd. But that gun caught me hell for about a week and a half until my Mossberg 500 got my first deer. See, the problem I'm having, Dante, with the white box Winchester, with the 45, is my damn lead keeps collapsing inside the casing. Every time I'd go to chamber it, my damn lead would collapse. Well, Mo Alchemist. That's another one, guys. If you haven't subbed to him, you need to check out the Ammo Alchemist. I ain't making no noise, Ammo. I'm sitting around today, waiting on my wife to finish my chicken salad so I can eat. Hang on. Thank you. Wow, what is it? Uh-huh. 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 But that release they can come at 7, so it's going to be from 7 to 8. And they're going to watch her put them to bed. Text Cassie if I know if that's true. I'll talk to you when I get off live. I'm back, guys. Sorry. Yeah, when ammo shows up, shit's getting real. Ooh, I wish I could show y'all what I got. Homemade chicken salad with some salsa. Oh no, bro, ain't no reason to apologize. Like I said, we bros, man. You better carry your ass to the other end of the room. I will fight a bulldog over my plate of food. Don't come over here. Yes, sir. Getting busy on that salad. I don't eat but one time a day, so this here is might as well say my lunch and my dinner. And then I've had that flu trying to set in, so I'm burning it out of me with uh, ghost peppers and salsa and jalapenos. Yeah, I used to could guns. I used to be able to take out a whole pizza. Now about 2 slices and I'm full. I went from 400 pounds to 157 pounds in 2 years. So I lost a whole damn person. Yeah, got a man. I mean, like I said, with me, I'm pretty much what you see. I live a simple ass life. I try to treat everybody with respect. You'd never know it by listening to me, but I was a pastor or a preacher for years. Um, I retired from that a couple years back. Bro, do it. Guns for real. I just put up a video of some of the food that I've cooked over the years. Yeah, that would get you hella views. I put some up at Brookside. What's up, brother? Yeah, I was a pastor Brookside for years, man. Non-denominational. Um, if you can go, you're on my Insta. It'll take you to my Facebook, and you can still see some of the content, but you have to go back far to see it. Um, but I was a little bit different. Um, I study Latin and Greek and Aramaic, so I know like true meanings, like your root words. So a lot of stuff that a lot of people would teach, I didn't teach that. Because religion is one of them things like what you see up there. In the wrong hands, it can do a lot of damage, and it does do a lot of damage. Um, and there's a lot of people that take one verse out of context and build a whole faith based system on it. Right. Perfect example. I used to tell people not to get so hard on themselves over curse words because our cuss words are English. English didn't exist during none of them times. And if you look back in your Latin and your Aramaic and your Greek, to curse somebody was to wish harm on them, to wish ill will on them. That was the curse words. That was the bitter and sweet water can't flow from the same fountain. That was so much that we get hung up on. And every now and then I'll throw something in, but I don't do a whole lot of. I'll still marry people and stuff like that, and I'll do funerals, but I don't do a whole lot anymore. What's the verse of 45 ACP? Mm-hmm. Sorry, guys, keep commenting. I'm just trying to munch down on those last few bites. I know my damn throat gonna be on fire. Gunner man, what's the little yellow hot, the real hot little yellow or greenish color Filipino hot peppers? What are they? Hey, Brookside, no joke, bro. It's on my Facebook. I did a wedding in a convenience store. I had two truck driver friends, and the one guy, he had gotten out of the Muslim religion, but he was still, I guess all the pastors in the area knew him and knew that he was Muslim, so they wouldn't perform his wedding. And he called me and says, "Look, we're fixing to get on the road again, and we want to be married before we get on the road." I said, "Boss, I'm at the store till midnight." He said, "We'll come to you." They went and got their marriage license, and I performed the ceremony right in front of my little casino games and made it look like a little baby Las Vegas wedding. And I married him right there in the convenience store. Mary Mason's mom. But yeah, I still do weddings. I do. There's only 3 states in the country that I can't perform ceremonies in, and that's because they require doctorates to be considered a pastor. Mm. Believe it or not, brother, it's not California. Washington State. Um, I can't remember the other 2 states, but Washington State's one of them. But yeah, they require you to have a doctorate to be considered a pastor. Yeah, a shotgun wedding. That's a Middle Eastern wedding. Oh my God. Hell, I could probably do one of them. Wanks and candy. Anybody eating no pasta? Stevie K. Alfredo and hamburger on the way. Alfredo. Nah, I wanted something spicy as hell, so I ate basically hell, I don't know what you call this salad I just ate because it had guacamole, verde, salsa, chicken, tomatoes, onions. Oh, I love some good fettuccine. Stevie K, have you ever tried to make it like homemade fettuccine? Yeah, that's one thing the doctor still allows me to have guns is is my spicy stuff. We'd have to fight over that. I could give up just about anything else. Um, the cigarettes and my spicy is the only thing. Like when I have time, I make my own pasta. Yeah, spicy guac and salsa is good. That's what basically what I just ate, man. Basically, the only difference I took a ghost pepper and chopped up a ghost pepper and put in it because I got this cold I'm trying to get out. Yeah, switch sides for healthcare insurance. Well, see, guns. Luckily I've got specialists. My heart specialist, believe it or not, 2 Red Bull a day. He says that it's good for you because the niacin cleans out your arteries or helps keep your arteries clear. So I'm allowed to have 2 Red Bulls a day. Now I drink way more than that, but yeah, but sure enough, bro, I ate that ghost pepper. Now everything where I was clogged up, it's starting to run. I'm starting to be able to breathe again. Man and candy. This is what I'm talking about right here. This makes my whole day. But yeah, the ghost pepper, it just helps. And turmeric. Turmeric's another. It's a big thing. The Indians believe in that shit, man. Turmeric's good for everything. Yeah, see, I can't guns. I can't do the coffee. I drink coffee. It'd be like I done chase that white line, if you know what I'm saying. I'll be bouncing off the walls. You'd think I'd have a straw hanging out each nostril after 1 cup of coffee. Steve K said, "You getting married, Candy?" Y'all know Candy. Candy gonna be a hoe the rest of his life. Candy done had a baby with half the people in this chat. And still won't pay no damn child support. Be at work putting out pallet after pallet. Ooh. What you do, Guns? What kind of work you do? I just noticed the pallet after pallet. Candy, that's supposed to be a secret, bro. You ain't supposed to tell folks. You keep the side piece on the side by never letting them meet each other. I mean, unless y'all got a poly thing going on, and then that's different. Just not every month. Gotcha. Well, I tear them apart and make all kind of stuff with them. Coffee tables and walls and make it look like old barn wood, recycled barn wood, and build like accent walls and stuff like that. I love messing with pallet wood. John wanks a lot. What's up, Pew Pew Yoko? Oh, you got the drum for the boss? That's what I want to get for it. Hell if we know. Stevie K, we don't know what's happening half the time, bro. Candy Cane the dog, the Labrador Retriever. Oh shit, man, we just chilling, Pew Pew. Just chilling. I'll have to check that out because that's something I want to try. I finally got that mag where it's cycling like it's supposed to. So once I got it figured out, it's growing on me. But when I first got it, it was definitely a love-hate relationship. I definitely see why people talk shit about them. Oh yeah, Pew Pew. I'll see you later on, and if nothing else, I'll catch you on somebody else's chat before it's over today. I'm fixing to hop off here in a minute anyway. I gotta do some things with the wife. Yeah, I know it's the ammo. I've got the right ammo and everything now. Once I got all that figured out, it runs flawless. But it took a little while. It was definitely a love-hate relationship for the first couple weeks. Mine wasn't ejection failure. Mine was it wasn't picking the round up. Yeah, I'm running the Hornady double aught buck out of it now, and it's not a problem at all. And that's the it's over 1,600 feet per second, and I don't have any problems. You know what? That would be cool. If we could get something like that, I might actually go to using red dots. All right, bro, take it easy. Yeah, if we could get a solar powered red dot, I might go to using red dots because I'm notorious. I don't care what it is about not checking the battery, whether it's the cell phone, whether whatever. And every time I need the damn thing, the battery's dead. I'm just horrible when it comes to batteries. But guys, I got to get on a conference call with my wife and handle some business, guys. I'll check y'all on another live in just a little while. I love y'all. Gotta run. Till the next time, stay strapped, keep one in the tube, and always be blessed.